Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. It's beautiful out here, cool and crisp, as we anticipate another very hot day, although not quite so hot as the days we've been having. I want to begin with a couple of announcements. The first concerns the Vacation Bible School that's coming up. And just a reminder that we're now living in a very different kind of world where people are connected through the internet all across the nation and around the world. So if you have any family, any children you know who you think would benefit from Vacation Bible School, whether they're in Alabama or in Illinois or in Switzerland or in Nepal, uh, please let our organizers know. And you will see on the announcement that's on the email with this weekend's worship that there's going to be a pickup day on Saturday the 25th, 10 to 11, where you pick up a packet of stuff for children to use during the week. And then there are daily online events. So if we have enough advance warning, we can mail a packet of stuff to somebody wherever they may be. So think a little differently about Vacation Bible School this year, because it's all going to be done online, and those connections are going to be kept through the summer. So we're really excited about what this means. Second thing I want to mention, of course, is a reminder about the signs. If you don't have a sign yet, please make sure you get one. I'm hearing really positive reports from people about new conversations with neighbors and friends, and people are really pleased with the message of this sign and the way that it's getting the name of the church out into our neighborhoods. So do please, if you have been on the fence thinking, well, should I or shouldn't I, please do plan to pick one up. And you can just call the church office and speak to Elizabeth Cruz and arrange with her a pickup. Or I have a few here at my home, and I'd be happy to share those with anybody. So give me a call or whatever. The same is true for our Art for Life posters. You may remember that a few weeks ago we invited everybody to submit artwork, and they've been now fused into a beautiful poster with everybody's name on the poster, which was not true of the first draft of the poster that we had. If you would like one of those, again, call Elizabeth at the office on the regular church number and leave a message for her if she doesn't pick up. For the sign and for the poster, if you want to make a donation, that's great. If not, that's fine too. It's more important that people have them than we use this as a fundraiser, although some funds would be good. And a reminder to everyone, please keep your pledges up to date as we go through this interesting episode in our history. It's really important that we keep the financial base of the church secure. So far, so good, but please keep on remembering and keeping this as a priority. For the last 40 years or so, I have been sharing life with another United Methodist pastor. Reverend Linda Pickens-Jones is, of course, my wife, but she has been a powerful preacher and teacher in her own right over the years. And as we respond to the issues of racism in our world, Linda has been a fairly outspoken voice. She's also a poet, and she's written a poem, and as she read it to me, I thought it would be really wonderful for you all to hear it. So here is Reverend Linda Pickens-Jones.
Hi, I'm Linda Pickens-Jones, and I've recently been in discussion with a small group I'm in about Black Lives Matter and how that impacts each of us personally. Out of that conversation and thinking, this poem arose, and I thought I'd share it with you as a way of invoking all of us into that conversation about how Black Lives Matter and what this movement means in our time and in time past and into the future. So this is my personal reflection that I've been asked to share. Black lives matter because Black lives are the ones who have been chosen by God to be the people, to hold hearts and hands, to provide the way as Jesus did into the promised land. They are the chosen ones to be brave and prophetic and compassionate, to be wise and wonderful, to create and explore, to invent and to nurture, chosen to lament and celebrate, to be truth tellers, to sing the songs, to paint the images, to move through our time dance-like, mending the brokenness. In hospitals, in classrooms, in families circled round, in researchers and activists, in economists and scientists, in governors and community organizers, in bird watchers and garden growers, in Stacy and Michelle and Kamala and John and James, in Alicia and Frederick, in Corey and Ta-Nehisi and Cornell, in mothers and fathers and aunties and grandpas, God's own self emerges, saying to the world, there is hope, follow us. And I follow the march onward, breathing in the droplets of grace and gratitude, while carrying within my DNA a deep whiteness of people who traveled the seas, some original white settlers on virgin land, some leaving landmines behind, carrying that lead in their blood, suffering. But they were never bound by chains as cargo, unwillingly ripped from home into devastation. I am of peoples who crawled through dark tunnels to capture coal, yet they could return home to their own hearths and children. My people owned no home for multiple generations until the last, who benefited from the GI Bill, unlike the Black soldiers coming home. None of my people attended college until my father went to Berkeley. It was the same year a professor was not hired because the wife of the department head refused to have a Black man to dinner in her home. My people traveled the nation by rail car to find a healthy climate. Some ran the presses in the wilds of Montana and suffered to the point of despair and the Depression. But never did they fear their heritage. Their very skin would prevent them from seeking out their dreams. Deep, deep in my DNA are great-great-grandfathers and uncles who owned slaves, mostly on small rural farms of Missouri and South Carolina. But nonetheless, they thought it their right to possess another human being. Black lives matter. Because Black lives matter, my life can matter. Black lives sing the songs of struggle and triumph, calling out God's way. Yes, we're heading towards God's promised land. Glory, alleluia.
Thank you, Linda, for sharing your gift of poetry with us. It's a powerful reminder that no matter how much we all think we have moved forward along the journey of engaging racism, there's still so much work to be done. And even in the hearts and minds of those of us who happen to be Caucasian and have spent a good deal of our life, as I have, working in cross-racial situations, the racism is deeply ingrained in our culture and in our ways of operating. And I think there's a glimpse of an opportunity here to open our hearts and open our minds in some new and wonderful ways that will be a blessing to every person, every part of our community. So, I wish you a blessed day as this journey continues. May it be a great day for you, and may the love of God enfold you.